Hello, everyone. Welcome to the How to Get Happy and Stay Happy show here live on YouTube. And I know we've got 29 of you watching already. That's exciting. Hello to Peter from Old London. Yeah, I see you've been patiently waiting. Thank you so much. Lewis Andrews, welcome. And Corey. Oh, from Germany. No, that's fantastic. No, that's brilliant. So great to have you here for the next. I've scheduled an hour and a half to go through this because this is a big one. But the main thing is I want to make this interactive as always and answer any questions and get you involved on the show here. So can you just confirm that you can all hear me if you can? Just confirm. Hello, Nat Marie. Hi there. Yeah, as you can see, I can put your little photo there on on the screen as well. Your comments that come in, I can put them on the screen. So yeah, do let me know. Make sure you can hear me. That'll be great. Then I know we're firing on all cylinders. Yeah, so I did put some. Yep, hello, hi, fantastic, all coming through now. I did put. Let's just try and get. I think you really, ideally, you need two people doing this because it's one person to like talk and present, and then the other to do all the other stuff. I'm going to post a link in the chat now. So when you're ready to come and be part of the show, this is the link to hit. Hopefully you can see that. Let's just make sure it's appeared up at my end so that I know it's there. Yeah, and sorry, I'll just try and post it. So yeah, I'll post these later. Okay, so rather than distracting me while trying to present. So tonight we are looking at allowing how to make the law of attraction work for you. So let me know first of all where you're streaming in from and how you found out about this. If you want to put it in the comments. Have you seen the link that I just posted? Hopefully you have. What you do, just click on that and that will invite you into the broadcast studio, as we grandly call it here, and then I can get you on the show. So do let me know that you've seen that link. Let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know. We've got 48 people watching now. Let me know how you found out about this. Put it in the comments. And let me know, Abraham-Hicks. Do you know? Fantastic. You've all got it. Ashish says he can hear me and everything. Adam, welcome. Ifran, found out about it through Meetup. Maru and that. Yeah, fantastic. Excellent. So it's all through Meetup. That's brilliant. And Abraham-Hicks. Do you all know about Abraham-Hicks? Hopefully that's what's brought you here. And you know about the law of attraction. So half of this workshop is going to be the theory. I'm aware I'm going to be skimming over big concepts, but this stuff is about life, the universe, every tiny facet and aspect of our life. So you can't do that in an hour. Certainly, I'm not going to be talking for a whole hour either. So so we can't do that all in detail on this call. But ask those questions at the end. Actually, anything that really stands out that you want to know more about that I mentioned. Ask it. It's your opportunity to. But I'm going to be making this as practical as possible. So we're going to be getting you all doing exercises. Join along with me, and I'll even invite some of you in on the on to join the show. Yeah, some of you have hit that link. That's great. So so I'll invite you to give me your feedback and how you found the exercises, and then we do the Q&A session where you can fire away and ask me all the questions you want to. Start putting them in the chat now if you want to. I'm going to focus on the practical exercises because in my experience, so many people understand the law of attraction and the Abraham-Hicks from a kind of academic, intellectual level. They've read the books, they understand it, but they don't really know how to apply it. So that's what this evening is all about. Let me talk about me then, for those of you that this is the first time you're joining me. Let me just get this all ready. I've got some little pictures ready to show you. Yes, I am Steve Surridge. My name's Steve Surridge. I'm a professional happiness coach. It's a title I gave myself when I ran a feel-good charity called Feel Good UK. It's a positive mental health charity in Portsmouth years ago when I first was introduced to the Abraham-Hicks philosophy, and it helped me with my journey because if you've read my website or know anything about me, I had 15 years of chronic fatigue. And I went and saw the NHS after a few years of suffering with it. They told me it was viral. Over 3 years, I had 25 blood tests. They couldn't find anything wrong with me, and they just kind of dumped me. So I was left to just get on going through life. And the way I talk about chronic fatigue, I'd say it's like being in a car, or being a car that's got flat wheels, you're stuck in reverse gear, and the handbrake's on. You just know that you're meant to have more energy and vitality and like enthusiasm for life, but you haven't got it. It's just not there, and you can't find it. You just feel like every day's trudgery. Every day is grey. It's colourless, and there's no spark. There's no pizzazz. And so I just kind of muddled on through. You end up, I'm sure some of you are experiencing this now. You just end up kind of living with it, knowing deep down that life should be better. And then it's only when I teach drama as well. I teach screen acting, and I was teaching these Hollywood techniques, which are all about the focus of the mind, and that activates your performance. And one of my students gave me a copy of the film The Secret. This was about 2007. And said, "Steve, you need to watch this. This is so similar." And the first 20 minutes cured me of my chronic fatigue, because I realized I'd been thinking junk thoughts. And then I researched The Secret a bit further after watching it about 2 million times, and realized that. So I'm just trying to make sure that we are broadcasting on YouTube. And then I realized that I started exploring it further and come across Abraham-Hicks. And then I everything I'm into, I become a master of. I completely absorb myself, do all the research, read as much as I can around it. And Abraham-Hicks, The Secret, got me where I am today. So and so I ran this charity in between 2009 and 2012, and I met Louise Hay. For those of you that know Louise Hay, of Hay House magazine, where Hay House Publishing, rather, she does magazines and books. She's no longer with us. She's transitioned a few years back, but she endorsed the charity. She said it was one of the best youth charities that she's ever heard of. So that was quite good. That's quite good. So as I say, all of this philosophy, what I teach, the Abraham-Hicks stuff changed me. It's out there on YouTube. There's loads of books, but I find the information is quite jargon based. It can be quite complicated. So I try and make this as accessible, simplified, and as fun as I possibly can, because life is supposed to be fun. That's the core of their philosophy. I think that's why it attracted me so much, because life should be fun. Why are we here to endure and be miserable? It makes no sense. And we got some more comments coming through. Who's this? Luke, I love the name Luke. Luke Skywalker is my biggest hero. And I'm an actor. Fantastic. Empowerment in Love from Basingstoke. Brilliant. We got who's this? Right, okay. Portuguese, living in the UK. Oh, thank you so much. Brilliant to have you all here. And Hibber from Basingstoke. Wow, it's all happening in Basingstoke as well. Luke said fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue. Wow, tune in. You know, Luke, that life is meant to be better than it currently is. Okay, so let's see what happens tonight. Tell me, what your takeaway is. Happiness is our right, Marla. That is fantastic. Brilliant. God, what are we in? We're not even 10 minutes in, and I've been doing this already. So let me just get my little website thing. Where's my website? I've got all this stuff pre-planned. It all works, doesn't it? So there you go. So that is, let me just remove Luke's message, and then you'll be able to see it. So that's the website. Check out there. I've been developing recently a load of happiness-related products and services. I won't go into too much about them tonight. Explore them yourself at mrhappiness2000.com. So with my teachings, I do not tell you what to think. That is for you to explore. We've all got our own individual experience on planet Earth. We've all asked for different desires. So those of you that know Abraham in detail, there's a vortex or a vibrational escrow. There's like our future, basically, where everything we've asked for is all queued up. We've all got to think differently to manifest those dreams and desires. So I will never tell you what to think, but I will tell you how to think, because there is a specific way, a direction and a focus that you need to think in a certain way of thinking, a way of thinking to achieve your dreams and manifest and ultimately feel better. So this is the interactive bit. I always ask this at the beginning of all my workshops to put this in context. So have you ever been happy? Just answer yes or no. I know there's a slight delay. There's about a 20-second delay, I think, on this to come through. So yeah, but do answer. Let me see. I can see your questions here. What you're putting here actually. Peter is from Old London. Yeah, so do let me know. Yeah, Marla, yes, she's been happy. Fantastic. Yes. Okay. Was it good? Answer yes or no. Yes, Bola, fantastic. How did you know you were happy? Is it Ryona? Yes, fantastic, brilliant. How did you know you were happy? What would you say? Empowering love. You're an Abrahamster. Brilliant. Okay, most of the time, yeah. How did you know you were happy? What would you say? Felt good, Marla. Thank you. Yeah, is it? Ansh. Yeah, yeah. Felt warm and fuzzy from Natalie. Yeah, it's an emotional experience. Happiness is a feeling. It's not a conversation. It's not a word. So many people, try and tell you, oh yeah, I'm really happy, blah blah blah, and it's just a conversation. Then it's not genuine. You felt lighter. Yeah. So so you've kind of answered my final question. How would you say it felt? Warm, exhilarating, revitalizing, energizing, all-consuming, secure, protected, immovable. Yeah. So that happiness is such a powerful emotional state to be in. And like one of you said earlier, it is our right. We are meant to be happy. If you think of like when you go on holiday and you fly above the clouds, the sun is always shining, and we are supposed to be happy. We've always got the potential to be happy, but like in the same way, certainly in the UK, lots of clouds block the sun and stop us enjoying warmth, contentment all the time. We've got a lot of murky thoughts that block out our vitality, our natural sunshine. And that is what this work's about, really, isn't it? Identifying those thoughts that are blocking our full potential and working through them. So we're talking about allowing and how to make the law of attraction work for you. So I take it you all know about the law of attraction. Everything in the universe is energy. Like energy attracts like. Energy over time manifests into physical being. So everything is a product of the law of attraction. I got a response here from Hiba. I loved the previous session, and I wanted to ask if you have advice to negotiate a salary pay rise when I'm on a low income. I'll come back to that. Okay, let me do this workshop, and then ask that question again. Come on the show and ask me that. And money. I think money is an issue for a lot of us, but I've kind of got to a certain level now where I am just feeling abundant. Feeling is the key word, isn't it here? So so going back to law of attraction, everything in the universe is energy, like attracting like, form manifesting from chronic energy focus. Abraham says for us humans, the universe is created through 3 stages. The first one is we ask. Our day-to-day living experience on planet Earth, we're constantly asking for more. Desire is a huge part of our psyche. This is going back to Luke and his chronic fatigue, certainly mine. I found I'd asked for a hell of a lot. You want to be an actor, you said. You've asked for big dreams. No one wants to just be an actor. They want to be top of the game, A-list actor. You've asked huge. So you've expanded. Okay. You have to go with that expansion. You have to get your thoughts up to speed. So you have to be ahead of your reality. I'm getting ahead of myself now with this, but trying to help Luke there. But yes, we're always asking. And the contrast of life is prompting us to ask for improvement. the contrast of life at the moment is pretty chaotic, isn't it? So we know we are moving towards an improved future because the global consciousness has asked as a planet, we want better than this. But the thing is, so many people stay fixated on their immediate reality and they don't let in the improvement. So the second part of the law of attraction process is that we've asked. Second part is we believe, we know it's coming to us. We've asked, we know we're part of the universe. We know that everything in the universe is energy. Like attracts like. It is our God right, our life right, our purpose for being here on planet Earth is to receive every dream and wish that we ask for. And then the last stage, part 3, is the allowing or letting it in. And this is what we are going to talk about and focus on tonight, because this is where people struggle. Okay, so yeah, get pen and paper ready. If I don't cover what you want to know about this topic, ask it later on. Okay, so yeah, so part 3, the allowing bit, is where you receive, you manifest your dream, you get what you want. As I said, we can talk about this forever. And I know loads of people that academically and intellectually know this, but they kind of say it doesn't work. Okay, so we got another, when you, Luke here is commenting. I can put your comments on the screen, can't I, so everyone can see. When you say go beyond reality, is it similar to what? Yeah, he was teaching. We'll come back to this, Luke, don't worry, but he's teaching the same. They're all kind of teaching the same, aren't they? All these great gurus and wise ones of our time. Yeah, you've got to, that's what our imagination is about. We can look beyond our reality. Keep the conversation going. I'm loving this. So we're cutting to the chase then. So I'm going to teach you what all this work is about. So what, we're not even 20 minutes into this. By 25 minutes, you are going to know what you need to do from now till the day you decide to transition. This is what the law of attraction is about. So I want you all to identify a desire, something that you have asked for, okay, in your life. We know Luke wants to be an actor, a great actor, no doubt. Just think, don't censor this. So many people censor their dreams. It's almost like they disregard the imagination. Don't. The imagination is your future life. This is the level on which you create your life. So identify something that you want. It could be a relationship dream, career, dream item, house, car, or whatever. Just focus on that. And shut your eyes and play the mind movie of you living with that desire, you living the life of having that desire. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do that. So if you can all partake in this and just shut your eyes, don't contradict, don't stop yourself doing this, but allow yourself to feel it. Okay, starting now. Okay, keep focusing. 1 more minute. Okay, 3 minutes is up. So let me know how you feel. Put in the chat. How did that make you feel? Oh, answers coming through now. Empowered from Natalie. Brilliant. Okay, who's this? Corey. At first, it was not easy. There was protests or something is blocking me. Then a bit better, but I've made my huge desire. Thing is, as long as there's a shift, yeah, you're just looking for that shift. Okay, Luke, brilliant. Genuinely felt so real, and I felt so confident and funny. Brilliant. Okay. Oh wow, this is good. Is it Mamati? Wonderful. And Ashish felt really good. Yeah, this is the work. We can end the workshop now, but we won't because I know you've got questions and there's more you can do. But it is just focus. What you've done is just focus your mind. That's what this work is about, towards your expansion, what you've asked for. And as I said, so many, look at the COVID, the current crisis. If you look at the reality that we're currently in, we are asking for so much. We're asking for better political systems, more honest media, better health protection and security, and not all this sort of, government surveillance. What's going on in China is very disturbing. We don't want any of that. We want a world full of love, basically. I'm going to come back to this in a moment. But yeah, we just want a better world. But if you fixate on the media, you're just going to feel rubbish. And that's what so many people doing at the moment. And that's why they're saying they feel depressed. But if you can just go with this message and that, oh my God, through this contrast, we are going to be moving into a better world, and keep having that conversation, get excited about the world we're moving to. The world is good at the moment anyway. When you look at the tech that we've got, we're able to do this now, can do this 20 years ago, but we are moving into a far superior and even improved world. Saying this now is getting me buzzing. If you just focus on the improvement, focus on the tomorrow. Abraham says, and this is where her stuff is just so powerful, and almost every line she says is just another nugget of wisdom. She's just churning it out, throwing them away. She said, our present reality is like used chewing gum. The present reality was once the dream, but now we're here. There's no kind of flavor. There's no pizzazz in the present. All the flavor, all the excitement of life is in our future. And when you're constantly future focused and getting excited about it, this is the middle bit, the believe bit. What you ask for, you believe it's possible, you believe it can be yours, then you feel exhilaration, you feel wonderful. Part of my chronic fatigue, and Luke, maybe you can relate to this, I wanted big stuff. Still want to be the kind of Steven Spielberg of the internet. So you heard that here when it happens. And I just saw that as pie in the sky thinking. I was focused on my reality, and it just sucked the life out of me. As soon as I found this philosophy and I started just thinking, wow, that's possible, immediately I felt the emotional shift and I felt so much better. And once you keep doing this, because it has to be habitual, something you have to keep doing, and the chaos of life and the busyness of life can knock you out. But then again, it's when you're knocked out, that's when you go back into stage one, the ask bit. If you're in a busy job or a demanding job, you're asking for an improved job, improved circumstances, better, less stressful conditions. And so you need the stage one. You kind of need the chaos and the contrast to expand the universe. But then your work, as much as you can, is to then focus further down the line, focus on the future. In doing that, you feel better. Allow yourself to dream more. Take time out. Just focus on, it's about mental focus, nothing else. Don't have to take action. You don't have to, start doing stuff. Too many people take action before they've done the thought work, and it doesn't work out. It doesn't manifest right. And then they think this stuff's rubbish, because we are kind of trained to be in action mode. This stuff is about kind of investing in your dreams, focusing on your dreams, allowing yourself to dream, and you feel better. You've noticed that. All you have to do, Abraham says, a constantly focused thought of 17 seconds or more. I made you do 3 minutes, but she says 17 seconds or more starts to attract emotion. I did this work when I ran my charity with ex-drug addicts. And, there's one guy there, he said he wanted to be a DJ. And I said, right, okay, imagine yourself, Wembley Stadium, behind the decks, you've got a crowd of 20,000 or whatever, 50,000 screaming at your every move and whatever you do. Just imagine that. And he did that for 3 minutes. And his response was, Steve, I've done a lot of drugs in my day. He was only a young lad as well. And he said, that is the biggest high I have ever had. How powerful is that? So yeah, this is how you get into the allowing stage. But we won't stop now, okay? We won't stop here. We're going to do another exercise now. Emotion first, Mercy. Action, not action. Too many people take action. Your action should be to focus the mind. Actually, you have to take action, don't you? But don't try and start a business if it's just an idea. Don't run around and try and make stuff happen. Just allow your mind to focus and dream a bit. It's almost like you see our every dream, every desire we have. It's like we project it out there, and we have to water these. And it's like plants. See your dreams and your ambitions and your future as like a plant, but you don't water it with water. You water it with positive energy, positively believing, giving it your mental focus, just allowing yourself to focus there again, allow it to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And eventually, when your energy matches, because it's all about, the frequency of your desire, you have to match it. So if you imagine, like, say you've got a glass of water that's nearly empty, and you fire out a desire that's higher above, your job is to fill your glass, fill yourself with more and more energy, so that your frequency raises, you get to a matching level of your dream, it has to manifest. And I teach this stuff because I've had a lot of my dreams come true. And this was even before I knew the law of attraction, before my chronic fatigue. And when I was at uni, everything I asked for, within about 6 months, I got it. And everyone was like, Steve, how are you doing this? And I was like, I don't know. But I remember, and this kind of gave me a benchmark. And that's where I knew my chronic fatigue, there was something wrong. And when I found this philosophy, I knew this was the key. I knew it was so right. A lot of people read it and don't believe it. I knew when I was at uni back in the early to mid 90s, I was loving life. Absolutely. I was stimulated, loving the people I was around, just loving every day. The key word here is love. We're going to look at this in a moment. But it is, when you love life, you're on the frequency of manifestation, and you get what you want. So this should be called the law of love, not the law of attraction. You've got to get yourself into a loving state, an appreciative state, and and then you start to attract the life of your dreams. So exercise 2 now. So we're focusing on this love thing. Identify something in your life that you absolutely love. Could be your children, could be a hobby, could be your pet cat or dog, something that you love, your favorite artist, your favorite movie, and just allow yourself, we'll do 2 minutes now, just shut your eyes and allow yourself to just indulge. Don't let the thought get interrupted and other stuff come in. Allow yourself to focus on this thing that you love and just wallow in the feeling that this brings you. Okay, we'll do 2 minutes now. So shut your eyes, get ready for this. I'll just get my stopwatch going. How's this stopwatch work? Okay, and go. Allow yourself to feel. Okay, 10 seconds left. Okay, so that was 2 minutes of you focusing on what you love. Tell me in the comments how that made you feel. Okay, we've got some brilliant comments coming through. Yeah, Luke, it's even written in the Bible. Asking it is given, seeking you shall find, knock and the door will open. Okay, I'm going to come back to this in a bit. I know I keep saying this to about every comment that you say, but we are. Yeah, I'm not religious, but I've become spiritual because I think spiritual for me means believing in the unknown, in the invisible. You know, emotion is our guidance. I love the film Star Wars. This is Star Wars, but Star Wars is seen, everyone sees it as science fiction. It's not, it's spiritual movie making. And it is about belief. It's about, trust your feelings. Our feelings are our sat nav. If you're focusing on something that's wrong for you, or you're thinking about it, it's not, nothing in the universe is wrong, because what you don't like someone else loves. That everything has a place. But if your perspective is wrong about something, you're going to feel okay. If you feel a real gut instinct to not go somewhere or not do something, follow that. Okay, you're protected by the universe. But yeah, it's about and we've been told, certainly in the UK, to ignore our feelings. And that led to me having 15 years of chronic fatigue. Thank you very much. So this is why this work is so important. Mention this a moment. There's a brilliant thing here. Is it Missia? Happy satisfaction is once you're satisfied with your life, you're happy. The funny thing is, like I said earlier, the used chewing gum analogy, that it's like Christmas. That the excitement of Christmas is in the anticipation. When Christmas Day actually arrives, and I say this, my birthday's on Christmas Day. So, but I find the excitement of Christmas more fun than the actual reality of Christmas. It's like, buying the presents, looking forward to, Christmas arriving. That our it's almost like our minds can make something so much more exciting than it is when it manifests. And that's where our dreams are so important, because the flavor, the energy, the relish of our life is in our dreams. It's not in our immediate reality. And if you face just reality and ignore your dreams, you're cutting off a load of your energy. Certainly the big thinkers like myself did. Luke is clearly a big thinker, a big dreamer. You have to, if you kill your dreams, you kill yourself. That's one of my sayings. But there's a brilliant question here. What is this? Nat, are we setting ourselves up for disappointment? I get scared. Yeah, really, really valid thing. You don't want to be stupid. You don't want to be wasting your time. This is, I'm right. Let's have a look. Let's just go into, there's an emotional scale that Abraham-Hicks talks about. Okay. I'm sorry, let me just turn off your comment. This is the top of the emotional scale. It's a 22-stage emotional scale. This is the top 11 bits. The first 7, as you can see, are where manifestation happens. It's right at the top that you get it, but you can really feel it from 7 upwards. Okay, and it's about being optimistic, hopeful, positive expectation. The word belief is a bit clunky, I think. you can say it's what you believe. Your beliefs create your life. I don't think people. I'm only talking from my own experience. I didn't really know what that meant. It didn't hit me. And then when you actually think, another word for belief is your expectation. What do you think? What is your expectation of yourself, Luke? If I ask you, are you really going to be a great actor, or is it just a pipe dream? This will tell you what your expectations are, your beliefs are. And so you don't need to take any action in the physical world, Luke. If you're not really believing it, just change your thinking, talk yourself into everything you want. That's your work. Okay, so this is the top of the emotional scale. And if we look at the bottom stages, so it goes right down to powerlessness, depression, despair, fear, grief. There's no power here. There's absolutely no power. All your power is in the emotion of love, or moving towards it. Okay, and that's where I think law of attraction should be called the law of love. Okay, anything below it, you've just got no power. You're thinking yourself out of your own power, out of your potential. And so going back to your question, are we kidding ourselves? Abraham does say at the beginning of every big dream, there's doubt, which is 13. Your work is to talk yourself into your energy alignment, your matching, get your frequency high, so that you believe what you're asking for is coming, even if there is no evidence. If you look at the great, success stories, we're talking about superstar celebs here, past and present. Like my favorite, Madonna. I love Madonna. I admire Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, David Beckham, what they've achieved, Steven Spielberg. They had a dream and they just went with it. They didn't let anyone else talk them out of it. And yet we're told you got to face reality. Don't make an idiot of yourself. That is small talk. I love Steven Spielberg, as I've said. And when you watch his interviews, and they say, "Can you give advice on filmmaking?" He says, "If you want to be a filmmaker, go for it." The people at the top that have achieved this, whether they know it's this philosophy or they're conscious of it or not, but they've done this work. They've just talked themselves into their dream. They've maintained the dream and they've moved towards the dream, and the dream has moved towards them. It's matching frequencies, and Spielberg has expanded the universe big time as a result. He's made so many people want to be actors, filmmakers, writers through the joy he brought us all. But yeah, he didn't face reality. He just went with it. And so it is to talk yourself into it. So much of the work on this is just the dreaming bit. Wouldn't it be nice when it comes? Arnold Schwarzenegger, if you read his autobiography, Total Recall, he was brought up in a backwater Austrian village. At the age of 9, he says in his autobiography, he was at a bus stop telling his mates that he was going to be a Hollywood superstar. They all thought he was mad. How do we know him? He became a Hollywood superstar. This stuff is so powerful. Didn't happen overnight, but he found a way. But as long as you keep the dream alive, you keep your energy, your vitality, your lust for life alive. As soon as you kill your dreams, you kill a massive part of yourself, and I've experienced that. But going back to your statement, are we? I don't want to make an idiot of myself. Am I set myself up for disappointment? Every dream that you ask for, doubt is the beginning stage. You're going to doubt it because you haven't achieved it, you haven't lived it. There's no evidence of what you want around you, but you have to think past it. That's the work. Okay, so have we got any comments? What comments do we have? Love Madonna. Yeah, happiness, Marla. Happiness is joy, bliss, relief, and satisfaction. Marla, I feel love. Donna Summers going around. Brilliant comments. Let's see what else he said. Is talking through words in the mind. Yeah, just talk to yourself. You don't need to tell anyone else what you're doing. Okay, just have the conversation with yourself. When I started doing this work, and I was very aware, right, I've just got to change my energy, get myself feeling the best way I can, whatever I do. You get times in life where everyone else is whinging and moaning, saying, "Oh, hurry up," such as having to wait in the supermarket queues or something like that. Take those moments as your opportunity to just focus on your dream. That's what I used to do. It makes you tingle. It used to make my shoulders move. I could tell people were watching me going, "What is that guy doing?" I didn't shut my eyes and stand there weird, but I just let my mind focus on my dream, getting excited. Immediately, you feel the emotional shift. You feel better. But yeah, you've got just water your dreams with positive energy. What is Luke saying here? I want to be the greatest actor of my generation. In fact, you are already. Ask and it is given. Yeah. You've got to come on the call in a bit later on, okay? So I'll do little mini workshops and coaching with you, okay? Because I do coaching. Can the preparation, doing the work happen from movement rather than talk? Whatever gets you. It's about activating the feeling, Marcia, okay? Whatever gets you feeling better, because as you start feeling better, you might not feel what you need to feel for the dream to manifest. But as long as you start shifting your emotional state, you're moving in the direction of it. You're climbing this emotional scale. So if you see here, let's get this back on the screen. Yeah, right at the bottom, so many people, so many people have been traumatized by COVID, thinking they're going to die, that the world's coming to an end. It's good old media. They keep telling us that, don't they? So people that are depressed just want to sleep. Okay. Then as you start getting your energy back, jealousy, if you look on this scale, jealousy and hatred, revenge and anger are better than depression. For you, you are going to feel more charged. You're going to feel the energy flowing into you, not as much as you need to feel contentment, love, and enjoyment, but you are going to feel that spark of energy. And the rest, what's interesting, and Abraham says this, the rest of the world is going to wish you were still depressed, that you just shut up and just sleep and be a zombie. But if you're feeling better in anger, stay angry. The only thing is, in these low level states, you can't stay there. They become too painful. You have to keep climbing the scale. And it's all a mental journey. If taking action gets you to believe that you can climb the scale, then do whatever action. But don't put all of your eggs in the action basket. It's a mental process. You're creating your future. You're creating future manifestation through the focus of your mind. That is where the work is done. And she does say that you should follow inspired action. So when you ask, I've experienced that several times in my life. I've had a voice in my head say, do it now, move now. And so it must be different experiences for everyone, I'm sure. But that was my experience of inspired action. You get this voice telling you and you feel an energy pushing you. We are kind of going on. So let's see. Yeah, so everything in the universe is energy. Let me just get. Happiness is all about the flow of energy. That's what the movement, that's what the feeling better is. Okay, how much energy are you letting flow through you? The more energy that you allow to channel through you, and hopefully I've made it clear, you get the energy flowing by focusing your mind either on your desires and believing they can come. So you're focusing on a positive future, or you are focusing on things that you love, that you've already achieved. We live in a love universe. That's what this is about. All our power is in love. So many people are in hatred. Look what's going on with Russia. They've even said recently, Facebook are allowing hate speech. We've been manipulated. This is where this stuff gets political. And I've become political because if we were all allowed to love, we would not have half of the world's problems. This is a contentious topic, but Abraham does say it's the depletion of love energy within us, which causes the body to break down and get sick. And then you're put into, and there isn't enough hospital beds, we're told at the moment. If people were just told to change their energy, to just think better, it doesn't happen immediately. That's the thing. People want McDonald's drive-through. But it is about managing us individually, taking responsibility for our lives, taking responsibility for where we focus our thinking, managing ourselves to be the best version of ourselves that we can be, and then we benefit the world. Our behavior follows the mind. If you're optimistic, if you're loving, if you're excited about life, you cannot be this leery, upstart, rude, disruptive, troublemaking, violent individual that we see dominates the news. These people are people that have disconnected from ultimately the energy flow, and they're feeling the pain of that. Chronic fatigue does that. You just know there's something wrong. You're meant to have energy. Yeah, so everything is energy. The better you feel, the happier you are, the more energy you have flowing through you. Your life is all a result of the focus of this energy. This is where it's interesting, because people have heard of law of attraction and think, I'm going to start using that. Every moment of your life is a manifestation. You've manifested being on this call, hearing this information. You've asked for this. I have asked to deliver this information. This moment is a manifestation of all of our energy coming together. We're cooperative components. You can never switch off the law of attraction. is going to always be bringing you matching energy. There is a slight delay. I think she says there's about 20 days. But you can of the big stuff, that is. But if if you wake up crabby and you go out your door onto work, you're going to meet crabby people. I work in a I work in, let's call it, recruitment, and a lot of the work is telephone based and face to face. A lot of my colleagues they keep going, I've got really neggy customers. Why are people so rude to me? And I'm like, I have such nice conversations, and it's because I'm conscious of managing my energy. You can do this now as well. You can change your life. You're in control of your life now. That's what this message is about. It's so powerful. It's about being conscious of your focus. If you focus your mind on something that makes you feel good, change that focus straight away. Don't try and change the thing you're focused on. We can't stop the war in Russia, in the Ukraine, sorry, but we can stop focusing on it. We can send them our love, focus on there being a positive future where this will be resolved and it will manifest quicker than any of us can believe. We have the collective consciousness has so much power, especially at this time. Just be aware of this power. You focus with what you think on a day-to-day basis, moment by moment basis. You focus with your expectation, positive or negative, which is your belief. You focus with your words, with what you say, and you focus with what you do. Everything that you do is about the focus of your energy. Okay, and if I'd say for some of you that, so to go back to, there was a question, and we can discuss this if you want to come on the call a bit later, but what you said about money, just start focusing now on having more money. How will you feel having more money? Don't try and change your immediate circumstance, but if you can, distract yourself from the pain of having not enough money and just talk yourself into the future. Make your dominant thoughts more about your future than your now. That's the trick with all of this. So you're focusing more of your mind energy on the future you want. I'm looking forward to being rich. I'm looking forward to be going shopping and being able to buy what I want. I'm looking forward to being able to pay all the bills. I'm looking forward to feeling prosperous. If you can just talk yourself into that. The key with all of this, though, is that you must have feeling behind it. The empty words are not enough. You have to start feeling the love of being rich. I've got to say, I was in this situation several years ago, and I'm doing this work. One thing I need to find it. Abraham says something that before you get rich, before the money situation starts changing, you'll find that your current income starts going a lot further. I have traveled the world on EasyJet on flights costing about 24 quid each way. I've been to Russia for about 60 quid, I think. I've been to Spain for like 19 quid each way. I just come back from Dubai, 2 weeks in Dubai, for just under 250 quid for return flights. It's amazing. Just when you believe this stuff, forget everyone else. Forget everyone telling you, oh, it's going to be really expensive. Oh, it's going to cost a fortune. That's their reality. You're creating your own individual reality. You've got some more thoughts coming through. Marla goes with inspired action. It is don't take action too early. That's what I was saying. How does law of attraction work when love relationships? There must be more than feeling good. The desire is there. It is all about the feeling. You can make a relationship and attract a relationship to you by feeling amazing and maintaining that. As soon as that person starts to piss you off, if you excuse my language, and you start to feel negative about that situation, you'll lose it. It's because you fell out of love with the situation, which is good if you've asked for more and you want improvement. And it's like a pair of shoes. This is the whole thing on expansion. See it as like a pair of shoes. You're constantly growing. And when you've asked for an upgrade, when you've outgrown your current reality, your reality starts to hurt. And you need to focus on, you need to make adjustments. But if you've expected and focused on the improvement mentally, before it manifests, it will effortlessly flow into your life. If you fixated on a relationship that's outgrown itself and you're in hatred, and that relationship would drop out of your life. In the same way, I've seen a colleague recently who kept moaning and whinging about the job, ended up getting fired. Surprise, surprise, no surprise to me. That's how law of energy works. Things just drop out of your existence if you stop loving them. And obviously you've asked for a replacement and improvement, but it could take time if you're still in the hate zone, the negative zone, for the improvement to flow into your life. But life is designed to work for us if we allow it. Our job is to keep our energy high, our frequency high. Love life, be in love. It's all about bringing your energy into alignment. So let's go to the top of the emotional scale again. Just to stress this again, you've got to focus all of your energy, your being, your complete being, on the love stuff. Okay, be passionate about life. Enthusiastic. You can be enthusiastic about a dream more than you can your current reality. That's where the flavor of the chewing gum is in the future, not the now. But that's great. You're going to get your vitality. Luke, if you start doing this after this call, you're going to suddenly find your energy coming back. And I want you to message me and say, Steve, you changed my life in the same way this stuff changed your life, because this is the key. Your work is to start loving life, loving others, and loving yourself. And I know this topic, loving yourself, is a big topic. Okay, and we've done workshops before on that subject. We can do it again. But it's all about the choice of the thoughts you have. Your work is to manage your thinking, keep moving in the direction of better feeling thoughts, and you just keep practicing it. Like what we did at the very beginning, those 2 exercises. Let's show you this quote. Happiness comes from within and is found in the present moment. By making peace with the past, find the best bits from your past. Most of the big achievers, the big dreamers, have had some kind of trauma. That's the contrast that propels you to ask for more. But if you stay fixated on the trauma, you delay your full potential coming into manifestation. You've got to find the best bits. You've got to, even if it is that, wow, if it wasn't for that rubbish that happened early on, I would not be who I am now. Look at Oprah Winfrey. She's a prime example of this. The abuse, the trauma, that it propelled her to be where she is today, one of the great gurus of our time. And yes, it's making peace with the past, finding joy within the present moment, just focusing on those things that you appreciate and which bring you love, whether it's your cat, your children, your favorite music, your favorite film. Turn off the television is my recommendation. That will not make you happy unless it's a sitcom or something like a favorite soap opera like Neighbours or whatever, something that's uplifting. And get excited about your future. Can we have someone come in? Luke, can I ask you to come on if you want to hit the link? So I'm going to knock some of you out that are waiting, but I see you're not. If you want to hit the link, Luke, tell me in the thing if you can't, or if you don't want to, you might not want to come on. I'd just like to do a little exercise with you, because we have something in common, I feel. Do you want to come on? Let me know if you want to come on or if you don't. Can we also, you can manifest forever. Your energy affects the world around you. Okay. Abraham, here's Luke. Let's get Luke on the show. Sorry, Luke. I'm doing this myself. Let me just welcome Luke.
Hey guys, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, thanks for coming on. Brilliant to have you here. So just focusing on the love then.
Yeah.
Check in how you feel right now.
Well, I feel inspired.
Cool. Okay.
I've just come out of a relationship where the person was quite negative, wasn't an optimist, actually did not like my energy.
Okay.
Apparently my head was in the clouds.
All compliments. See, it's all compliments.
Yeah, my head was in the clouds. And then about 6 months after, I started developing fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue. But now it's over. Miraculously, a week over, I just feel back to my old self.
Wow.
and
Okay.
it's just
All
like,
illness is about energy misalignment.
yeah,
It
100%.
is. Yeah. Big time. It can take a while for it to cure itself, but
Mm,
you know, and
yeah,
again, you know, I know this is a controversial topic, but anyone that's on medication, if you believe the medication is working, it works.
yeah, placebo effect.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's
Yeah,
the mind is so we're creating our future through
yeah,
our mind, focus of our minds. But you're on here now. I want to tell me what you
yeah.
love about acting.
I
Just
just, I
talk
mean,
randomly.
I,
Just talk, talk,
I,
talk.
well, I started when I was 4 years old. My mum got me into it. So where I was bullied as a kid, it was always like a release or a safe space for me. I'd always pick up like a video camcorder we had back in the day, and I was like filming little scenes and stuff or writing little stories. So I've always been someone who's had the imaginary best friend, someone whose mind was overactive, you'd say, but it was like I do things my way,
Yeah.
and I cannot play to anyone else's games. It doesn't
Well, we
work.
are
Like my,
creators, so that is your
yeah,
right. We are
yeah,
creators. We're here to create our own path, not be.
yeah,
But if you're not so strong and you believe others, and I've been that person, you kind of quash yourself, quash your energy, quash your
yeah,
dream, and try and be a people pleaser.
yeah. Of course,
That
it,
don't
it,
get you
it just
far.
feels it just does. It doesn't. I become so sad, depressed when I don't follow my own
Yeah,
stream or flow of, like Bruce Lee once said, be like water, just flow.
it
And it's
is.
like, I
Yeah,
believe we have that little flow in us. And if we don't protect that, but then also, we do attract the trauma that comes into our life as well. So maybe it's there for a reason.
that's growth. It is growth. If you go on
Yeah.
my website, Mr. Happiness 2000, there is
Hmm.
there's a page called video clips. Go to the
Hmm.
bottom one. There's a guy challenges Abraham-Hicks. Says, how can you justify the extermination of the Jews in the Second World War?
Mm.
How can you justify the trauma that's going on in parts of the world?
You
And she
can't.
does say it's energy working itself out, and every trauma is firing off the potential for perfection. And
Yeah.
it's almost like, I think humans, we have to, the worst has to happen for us to wake up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
contrast is to make us conscious of what we want.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get what you don't want to realize what you do want.
Yeah. 100%.
It's about being consciously awake, and then you start, and that consciousness is that you decide where to start focusing your mind and your energy. And
Yeah.
without it,
Another great book, as you said, the Secret. I read Rhonda Byrne's sequel, so The Greatest Secret. So
yeah,
it's all about how we're not our mind, we're not our body, we're just the consciousness behind that. So there's something deeper behind all of that. And I think it was just such a big eye opener for me that it helped me out with a lot of my condition stuff. So like now I'm back in the gym lifting weights and stuff, and the doctor said I would
yeah.
never be able to do that. But now I'm lifting
Never
heavy
believe
weights.
doctors. The amount of
Yeah,
times I've heard people be told that, "Oh, my GP says this."
yeah.
It's like that they're
It's
looking at you
crazy.
where you are now. Abraham said, I heard one the other day, and she said it's like a photo. She's talking about, someone said their child had been told they got ADHD, and she said that's where they are now. It's like a photograph has been taken. That's where
Hmm.
their energy is now. If they work on
Yeah.
their energy, their ADHD would clear, and there'd be someone
Mm.
else. It's almost like telling you, like the shoe size analogy. Someone telling you you have to wear size 4 shoes the rest of your life.
Mm.
It's impossible. We
It's
grow,
it's
we develop.
it's like Confucius say, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Yeah, we have to talk
Um,
ourselves into what we want.
yeah. So
That's
just
how
it
it works.
stems from the mind, to be honest.
Yeah, everything is the mind. Just to get back on track with the purpose of me calling you on. So tell me about
Yeah.
your future. Where are you going to be? Where are we all going to see you? Tell us about your
Okay.
acting success.
So I've been doing it for years. I went to Anishir Drama School.
Tell us where you're going to
Um,
be. So 10 years
oh,
time.
where I'm gonna
Where
be?
you're gonna, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be in Hollywood, like without a
Tell
doubt.
us about
I
that. Tell
was
us
already
about.
on EastEnders last year, so
Oh, right, okay.
that was only a little bit of a warm up. About 2 years ago, 4 years ago, I was on Mary Queen of Scots with
Tell
Margot
us about the
Robbie.
future. Tell us about your
Oh,
biggest achievement.
picking up the Oscar.
Yeah, tell us more. Tell us more of this. For
Why
what?
not?
For what?
Why
Who have
not?
you worked with? Who have you worked with?
I've worked with Margot Robbie. I've worked with Saoirse Ronan, Josie Rourke, the director. Focus Films. That was when I'd done Mary Queen of Scots. I'd say a few more people, not that I can remember names that
Tell,
great.
tell us who you're going to be
But
working with. So
oh,
this is you 10 years
to
now.
be honest,
Tell
Guy
us.
Ritchie, man. I'm a British. I love Guy Ritchie films, so I'd love to be on a Guy Ritchie film.
Tell us now.
Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy is someone I've loved working with.
You've just done a film with them. How did it
Yeah,
feel?
Tom
Tell us
Hardy.
about your experience.
Oh, it's amazing. There's a sense of belonging that you belong right at the top when you're with these type of people, and it's like you do not feel overwhelmed. You do not feel like you look up to this person. You just feel like you belong there. It's a sense of just a knowing, you know, and an ability to just be yourself and not try to please anyone else.
How does this talk feel?
It feels like an interview. Something real. Like,
are you feeling the shift, the energy shift?
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's what it's about. This is the work. This is the work you have to do. So you've expanded. You've asked for more. Your thoughts have to be up to speed with what you've asked for.
Yeah.
Too
100%.
many people are, I want to be a great actor, but I'm here. Energy rip, chronic fatigue. I think half the planet, more than half the planet, have got chronic fatigue.
Yeah,
honestly,
100%.
When you see people that, you know, their physicality is so depleted, you know, their self-care drops. It's like
it's like there's a force
of energy.
It's like a force doesn't want you to ultimately be the best version of yourself. So for me, getting back in the gym,
we've unconsciously cut that energy off through our negative thinking.
Yeah, 100%.
No, cool. Thanks so much. I'll call you back in a bit. So, no, brilliant. Really
have a good day, guys.
Yeah. So, did anyone want to comment on that? Anyone want to? So, you got to get your thoughts up to speed with what somebody's going. See you later, sheesh. Yeah, you'll be able to watch the rest of it on demand. There you go, Luke. You've got fans already. Nat can't wait to see you. Ashish can relate to it. Yeah. So, So the big thing, going back to the Bible quotes and everything, your work is to switch your focus, and this is revolutionary. Switch your focus from being predominantly focused on the world around you to focusing it on what's happening within you emotionally. That's the job. That's the big switch. Okay, keep asking yourself, like I said to Luke there, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? Can I feel better? What can I focus on to get me feeling better? That is the work. And often you have to ignore reality and just go off into imagination. This is the kingdom of heaven that is within. I swear that I'm not religious whatsoever, but this makes perfect sense. When you focus on your internal emotional life and make that your priority, and you work to get your energy up and find thoughts that feel good and climb the emotional scale, you can be, I did it the past 2 years. I was surrounded by people terrified of COVID and, what the media was telling us. It was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I was calm. I was actually really enjoying myself. I just decided I don't believe in fear. I don't do fear anymore. That's at the bottom. That's step 22 on the emotional scale. So I've trained myself to be above that. I know we're in a loving universe. So I knew that, something as cruel as this would not, impact on the world. And if you look at Einstein says this, the most important question any human being can ask themselves is this a friendly universe? This is belief. This is expectation. If you answer yes, you're going to thrive. You're going to expect doors to open for you, things to work out right for you. For you to live the life of a god, of a king. If you answer no, you're just going to struggle. You're going to think everyone's against you. You're never going to get that break. You can't. Your astrological chart is wrong. You were born in the wrong constellation or whatever it is. But you're going to create stories, a narrative that is ultimately going to affect your personal energy, and that affects your point of attraction, and life will not work because you're disconnecting from the love. Okay, so you can be, by focusing internally within on the love that you hold within you while you're walking in a chaotic world. Talk yourself into love and joy, whatever it takes. Life is designed to work for you. You're supposed to get what you want. Like what Luke says, see yourself as an energetic river flowing towards all that you have asked for. It is there for you. You're meant to get it. Okay, there's this other Abraham-Hicks quote here. A deliberate creator. This is what this stuff is about. You're not randomly thinking willy-nilly, like flicking over TV and just watching what's on the TV channel in front of you. You're deliberately focusing your mind on the future that you want, that you're excited about, or you're focusing on things in your life now that you love. A deliberate creator says, I will choose from what seems to be available the very best feeling thought, past, present, or future that I can find, and I will fixate on it until it becomes the reason for my vibrational offering. So if you love your cat, just focus on your cat again and again and again until you're just feeling the love for your cat predominantly within you. And I know that law of attraction will then accumulate around that vibrational offering, and then I will reach for the better thought and the better thought and the better thought. That's the work. End of. You don't need to do anything else. If I've always used my favorites because I love talking about them. Steven Spielberg, he just exudes love of filmmaking. And look where he is. He's got there because of his love. He could, you could sit him down and ask him about the classic movies, the films that he loved as a kid, and he would just exude love, passion. And he's getting on now, and he's looking a bit frail. But as soon as he opens his mouth, he's got the energy of a 14-year-old, I'd say. He's just still got that vitality and that passion for life. He focused on his love, on what he loves. And he just focused, he says he was a geek. He just spent his whole childhood in making movies. And when he wasn't doing that, he was watching movies. And he was in the dark in cinemas, just watching movies again and again. But he did what that quote said. He just fixated on what he loved and cut everything out. And Ronaldo did the same. He was born into utter poverty. I think he had about 7 siblings. Parents had no time for him. They kicked him out in the streets, go preoccupy yourself. He just found that he loved football. He just played football. And look where he is now. It is about that focus. And now you're conscious of how you need to focus. You choose what you focus on, but I'm telling you, you need to focus. Okay. So let's look at this. So what is stopping you from being happy? Some people listening to this might be, yeah, but what about this? A lot of people always say when I do workshops, yeah, but what about death? And I would say, okay, none of us are getting out of this alive. We have to face death. It's part of life. So you have to find a perspective on death that works for you, that makes you feel good. The spiritual community say there is no end in death. Life is like a computer game. We're all at different levels. And when we die, we transcend and go to another level. So the spirit continues, we don't die. A lot of people say, yeah, but what about loved ones who have passed on? Abraham-Hicks says you can talk to them, but you've got to be in a high frequency to be able to receive the message. And I would say for anyone that's had any past trauma, I had past trauma, you do have to dare to confront it and deal with it. And by dealing with it, I don't mean to be disrespectful when I talk so, flippantly about this, because I don't want to fixate on this, but it is about daring to face what happened to you so you can change your perspective from a painful one to one that you can live with. And, like Oprah Winfrey, she's realized her traumatic past propelled her to be this compassionate, empathetic, powerful, caring individual that has become a huge, humanitarian and crusader for the planet. So it's real. And without that early trauma beginning, she wouldn't be who she is now. So everything is kind of relative. Everything makes sense. I would say, how do you know if you're holding on to negativity, though? I think it comes through judgment and critical thoughts. When you don't love life, you moan about it, you complain about it. When you don't love other people, you moan about them, you complain about them. When you don't love yourself, you look at yourself in the mirror and say, I look a state. You're probably, you say, what's the point of going for that job interview? I probably won't get it. You're talking yourself out of it rather than talking yourself into it. And your job You always want to be loving yourself, talking yourself into brilliance, into improvement. The thoughts you think about the world are not the world. They're just your perspective. Okay, so much of our thinking is unconscious, and our beliefs, our expectation is just thoughts that we keep thinking. If they're not working for you, you need to change them. You need to find better feeling thoughts that work better for you. So here's a tester of what is your unconscious thinking. Is the world getting better or getting worse? No need to answer, but just be aware of what your default response is. Money is the root of all evil. True or false? Yeah. And remember, you cannot attract what you hate. There's no power. You have to be focused on love to attract what you want. Believe whatever you like. Just make sure your beliefs empower you and work for you. Yeah. What does this ultimately take? I think it's about a trust in the universe. This is where Star Wars kind of comes back into my analogy of all of this. Faith, faith. Religions say you have to have faith, trust. What you've put into the future, it's there. And how you believe that, you get to believe that and expect it as you talk yourself into it. You visualize Luke can visualize himself being a great actor. He can visualize himself working with Tom Hardy, being at that level, being asked constantly by Guy Ritchie again and again and again. Luke, we made mega box office on the last movie that I cast you in. The studio want the same again, so they've asked you to do 7 sequels, all starring you. Expect the best. Changing old habits and thoughts. That's what it's about. Is it worth it? Yeah. Everything you want is waiting for you. And as I said, once you've had a few manifestations appear for you and you start achieving your dreams, 2 things. A, you really believe this, and after this conversation, hopefully you're aware of your power and you can really, you start utilizing this even more. And B, once you start achieving dreams, you start asking for more, and they get bigger and bigger. Donald Trump says, if you're going to think big, dream big. Most people, their response to life is conditional. Yeah, when I win the lottery, then I'll believe I can be rich. When the circumstances change, then I'll change. When this happens, then I'll believe it. You have to believe first that you're creating your world from your chronic thinking. So you have to think in a way that works for you and gets you. You can't reverse the law of attraction. Okay, the law of attraction is responding you. If you respond to the world, then you're switching off your power. The world should be responding to you and your positive mental focus. Everything is temporary. That's one thing I constantly tell myself when I'm in turbulence. Yeah, this will pass. This will pass. This is temporary, and choose to enjoy it. We're watching all these movies where everything is high stakes, chaos, drama, blah blah blah. That don't ever really happen. Most of our, issues are, oh my god, someone's parked outside my driveway, or it's trivia. it's absurdist humor. Yeah, so lighten up, be playful, learn to enjoy life, laugh at it. See every moment as perfect. That's what I do, because you've created it. If you're responsible for the creation of your life, take ownership of it. I've created this moment. And I was going to do a meditation, but we haven't really got time. I want to get you asking questions. So does anyone want to ask a question? Come on the call and ask a question. Are Marla's in a friendly universe? No, absolutely. Make your thinking work for you. CH, I love to earn my inner child. No, brilliant. I have learned to love my inner child. Absolutely. We are all children. They say the body regenerates itself every 7 years completely. We can only ever be 7 years old. Okay, time is relative. It's a man-made construct. Do we have to do this do it as often as you can? It should become a pleasure. If this becomes hard work, you're doing it wrong. This should be joyful. You're tapping into your energy. You're focusing on your future before it's arrived. What can be, and you're focusing on what you want for yourself. What could be more fun than that? Does anyone want to come on the show then? Just talk about what they're going to take away from this, what they love, otherwise it's me talking for nearly an hour and a half. And I'd like to get just some of your feedback. Anyone want to come on and hit the link? And then, I'll invite you on the show. Do you all know where the link is? I'll put it in there again. Okay, so. Okay, so yeah, hit that link and come and chat to me. Otherwise, we'll be finishing in a bit. I don't want to finish. Love the exercise. Oh, brilliant. Just trying to see, is there anything else that I was going to do a meditation. We could do a meditation if you want. Does anyone want to come? No. Okay, we do the meditation then. So one thing I've been doing since I came across this philosophy in, when was it, 2007, 2008, is meditate. There's Abraham-Hicks meditations on YouTube. You can buy a book called The Vortex, and there's a disc with them all in there, or you can download them from the Abraham-Hicks website. But you just breathe in and breathe out on the cue. Oh, we can have one comment here. Okay, yeah, you breathe in. So, and when you breathe in, aim to inflate the bottom of your stomach first. Okay, so most people like kind of breathe in and feel their chest first. If you can look to inflate the bottom of your stomach, and then your shoulders and chest expand last. Okay, and you breathe in on the chime. There's a weird chime, and breathe out on the chime. Okay, so let's do, and we just do this for 5 minutes. And you should, if you do, you shut your eyes doing this, and you should find this brings you relief. Okay.
Welcome to the doorway of your vortex. We are extremely pleased that you've made the decision to be here. Breathe in. Breathe out. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creation and for the purpose of aligning with who you really are. Breathe in. Breathe out. We want you to know that as you relax and breathe and focus softly upon the words that we are offering to you here, you are allowing the gentle tuning of your vibration to the frequency of your source, who is inside the vortex. Breathe in. Breathe out. Be easy as you find the rhythm of your body, and enjoy long, slow breaths in and out as you hear our words. Breathe in. Breathe out. It is not necessary that you concentrate, and there is nothing that you need remember. Just relax and breathe and enjoy. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are an extension of non-physical source energy, and you have come here with great eagerness and purpose. You intended to explore Earth's perfect balance of contrast for the purpose of moving life beyond what it has been before. Breathe in. Breathe out. In this moment in time and space, You are precisely where you have intended to be, and the source within you is pleased. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life continually calls more expansion through you, and all that is benefits from the important part that you play. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you relax and breathe deeply, you can feel the appreciation that Source feels for you in this moment in time. Appreciation for your physical world, for its diversity, and for the stream of never-ending desires that flow forth from you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Before your birth into this physical body, you understood the importance of the contrasting diversity on planet Earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. You jumped in eagerly to explore the variety and to enjoy the expansion that you knew would be called through you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your life is supposed to feel good to you, for you have deliberately chosen it as the...
Oh, okay, so that's 5 minutes. Hope you all enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments how you felt. Okay, did you feel, because you meant to do that 15 minutes a day, and it really makes a difference. Do it every day. It's almost like the equivalent I've found when I've come in and been exhausted, and you just do that. Take yourself aside, I just lay down on my bed, put my headphones on or have it playing off my phone, and it's like the human being equivalent of when you charge your mobile phone. You just get your energy back. Just breathe in for 15 minutes. And it's amazing. You know what? It doesn't cost us anything. We just got to have the sense of self-love, enough self-love to allow ourselves to manage ourselves. So many people say, oh, I haven't got time. I need to do this, need to do that. No, take time out for yourself. You're no good to others if you're not on, firing on all cylinders. That's not me being arrogant. That's another Abraham quote. Okay, so I've just put some stuff in the messages. So this is my social. You can follow me on Instagram. I constantly put loads of, it's all whatever it is, whatever the social thing is, / Mr. Happiness 2000. That's pretty much the brand name. So you can follow me on Instagram. You'll find loads of positive memes there. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Happiness. The meetup. That's where you've come through. I've got a private Facebook group, Mr. Happiness 2000. You get bombarded with positivity. So my intention is part of the training and the kind of calibrating of yourself and the improvement of your mind and raising of your vibration, blah, 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 is to just drown yourself in positivity and all of this stuff. And if you join that Facebook group, you'll be bombarded with stuff. So, and I've just revamped my website. There's some happiness products and services. I won't go into too much of this, but check it out. There's Abraham videos on there. Check out the last one where a guy, as I said, challenges her on the whole philosophy, saying, how can you justify the Nazi, the extermination of the Jews, the Holocaust, etc., by just saying it's energy? And she kind of goes into it. That one's a big one. I do happiness coaching. What else do I do? Got a VIP happiness membership site where I can coach you in all this every week once a month for $7.99 a month. So check that out. Let's look at some of your my eyesight is going in these times. I need to get my eyes tested. I need to heal them myself tonight. What am I saying? But I've just reading some of your messages. They're amazing. I loved what So Nat says, should we say I look forward to blah, blah, blah daily? Yes. Do that as long as it makes you feel good. That's what all of this is about. I cannot stress that enough. It's about the feeling, not the words. If you're doing an activity and you're not feeling the emotional shift, it's not going to have any power. It's almost like the best analogy I use, this is one of my own, we are like car batteries. We need to jumpstart ourselves regularly. Otherwise, if we're feeling flat, we've got no power of attraction. It's just got to get ourselves buzzing. Okay. What else is there? Becky, how can this work when there's someone else involved, i.e. when trying to find a soulmate? Do exactly what I've said on this call. You just fixate on what you love in your immediate surroundings. Fixate on the dream of what they're going to be like, what it's going to be like. What she said, Abraham says the future is like we're sculpturing clay, and before they manifest, there would be so many problems if there was an instant manifestation. So you get the time to really sculpture the ideal person, the ideal job, the ideal soulmate, lover, whatever. And that's in the time it takes between now and the manifesting. So, how rich are they going to be? How affectionate are they going to be? How independent? Do you want them barnacle to you all the time, or do you want them to have their own life and bring their own brilliance? What do you want them to be like? Do you want them to be funny? Allow yourself to wallow in the dream of who they are, just to feel good. Okay. With this, there's a danger. It's like, I've done this work for 5 minutes. Where are they? If you're kind of looking for where they are, it's not going to happen. Just trust it's coming. One thing I say, there is no evidence whatsoever that Christmas is coming, other than there being a date on the diary. It's my birthday as well, remember. And I'll expect a card from you all now. But everyone believes Christmas is coming, and they're in no hurry for Christmas to come. But they can anticipate it with excitement and positive expectation. It's the same with this. The universe knows when it's the best time for your dreams to manifest. You've got to make sure you're enjoying the journey between now and there. If you're not enjoying the journey between now and the manifestation, it's not going to come. It's not going to come fast anyway. And you're blocking yourself from tapping into your full potential. If you can just start focusing on joy now, there's a really, I'll do this on another workshop, but I've recently consciously started doing it, segment intending. So after this call, you're going to do whatever. You might make dinner, go watch a TV show or whatever. Just future project each segment before you do something. Say, I am going to really enjoy myself. I did this last week. I am going to have the best, most energizing, uninterrupted sleep I've had in ages. Guess what? I had that. I woke up so revitalized. If we segment positively, future, send what am I saying? If we send into the next bit of life that we're going to walk into, send a rocket of positive expectation. I'm going to go to the supermarket and I'm going to have a really good time. I'm going to go to work today and I'm going to have the most, relaxed, funny, joyous day, and get yourself into that feeling state of, it's not going to be, sort of that you're feeling euphoric, but you're just going to feel a bit lighter and more at ease, and watch it manifest. You've done that. That's what you need to be aware of by doing this, by just consciously controlling what you're focused on. Yeah, you do this every day. This is the work. Why, when it brings you such fun, why would you not want to do it every day? What's this? Can we manifest around others? Yes, you can. Your energy affects the world. There's this brilliant comment here from Mercia. Post-traumatic growth. We were talking about the contrast, when things seemingly go wrong, because again, our world is only perspective. We can think something is going horrendously wrong, where further down the line, the universe has got something queued up that's horrendously right. I see that in my own life. I wouldn't be doing this now and having so much fun and loving, empowering people if I didn't have chronic fatigue for 15 years. So everything has its place. And once you kind of find that perspective that I had to have that for this to happen, you let go of any pain around it. You become light and, become quite jokey on it. What's this? I get energy from doing work. Yeah. I think that's one thing, actually. Workout. So many people are kind of ego focused. Ego's good for focus, but you get such a buzz through wanting to contribute to the world. you know, because you get the energy back when you give out positivity, you get that back. So yeah, so if whatever gets you buzzing, let's scroll further up. We're coming to the end now. Feeling safe in one's body can generate incredible positive energy that can translate into positive thoughts and positive behavior. Your body follows the mind. If you're feeling really good, you would just move. Yeah. No, hopefully I've made it clear. Just trying to see what I did see a few other really good questions. Yeah, what's this? So, care enough about how you feel that you only entertain thoughts that feel good, or the worst case scenario, feel like relief. Anything that feels better. You can't go from stage 22 on the emotional scale to stage number 1. It's an incremental journey, but you're just looking for relief all the time. This is Pam here sharing with us. I want to be a world-renowned author, spiritual healer, and inspirational speaker. Pam, what I said, focusing on your future, same with Luke, done. Ask and it's given. You are already a world-renowned author, spiritual healer, and inspirational thinker. So with that already done, how would you think? How would you act if you were that person already? Because the sooner you get into that stage, think the thoughts, you know, I am the most, I think that. Who's it? There's the thing, affirmations is another way, you know, you're thinking the thoughts of what you want to be rather than who you are. So you're further down the line. Muhammad Ali, years before the world was saying that he was the greatest boxer ever, he said, I was telling myself this years ago, I was telling myself I'm the world's greatest. So he was thinking the thoughts everyone else ended up thinking years before. That's a powerful one. I've been doing that. Yeah, and that is it. So let's just see final few. Thank you, Steve. Love this law of attraction work. Have you heard of Nick Brew? It's law of attraction on steroid. No. Okay, send me some stuff. Not focusing on the outcome, it will come. No, it will come. That's your belief. No, expect it, and it will come to you. You might. The universe may maneuver you to be in the right place to receive it, but know it's coming, and know it will come effortlessly. You're not meant to struggle, work hard. If you're working hard, you're doing it wrong. Luke, if you're aspiring to be the very best actor you can be, you already are that actor. But if you feel you need more acting training, enjoy that training. Don't resent it. I went through trauma with divorce. It's propelled me in a positive way. Everything always will when you allow it to. And then you start living. Okay, everyone, that is it for tonight. Thank you so much. I love this. We are back next month, and the topic is Sunday, the 29th of May at 7 p.m. You can sign up for it on Meetup. It's Abraham-Hicks, the Energy of Sexuality, because that is a big one. So many people are cutting off their energy by their thoughts around sexuality and the shame and you know, fear in that. So that's my email address. You can find out more about me there. And I'm trying to find my email address. Yeah, you can email me there, info@touchlifeproductions.com. This is going to be on demand now on YouTube. So if you missed this, you can find it on there. Which I think I did put it in the comment section as well. So see you all next month. Have an amazing time. Let me know your feedback. Message me. Check out my website. Just love, be amazing. I'll see you real soon. You take care. Have a good evening.